A side trooper.
We need to push through and take that bridge.
Always wanted to visit.
Hey, the bridge is taken.
Taking the sights, the sounds. Wait, what's that smell?
The trick
Smell of
is not to
sulfur.
breathe through your nose. Trouble incoming, Captain.
Hold on, gotta loot. Very important. Well, I suppose there just really isn't Iconoclast anymore. This is gonna really change things. This doesn't fit in with our character either. We were supposed to be the dashing rogue that didn't take a side. Stability helps us make money. But I didn't want to completely defend the order, because the order of things is obviously ass. We got a corporate oligarchy right now. We got corporate serfdom. These people are not living a good life here in the stars. Yes, I know, there's people shooting at us, but it's so important that we loot. This combat, though. Are we even losing rep for this?
Stay down, misfit.
I don't think they really... Yeah, no, we are losing rep for this.
Alright, here we go!
I mean, I don't know really how much it matters, though, all things considered. I'm just gonna reiterate, this just seems like the stupidest freaking decision possible. Who would just clear the camp before talking to Sanjar? I think it would have gone down exactly the same. I think it would have went down exactly the same. I think that these are, you know, just being spawned in the game. These aren't actually the people from the camp. I even did it, and she's even like, yeah, you've done a ton of missions for the... You've done a lot for this... For us, thanks, but, you know, you didn't bring us food and medicine. I listened to your commanding officer? I thought you were a warrior. I just sat there and kept shooting instead of doing anything else. I probably should have saved. We'll just have to see how it all comes together. I don't know how many different endings there are to the game, but I'm sure that's going to affect the ending one way or another. Oh wow, we're all the way back at the beginning. That sucks. Felix's mission was easy again. Ellie doesn't. She's pretty much got walls up. We're heading to Groundbreaker next. After we do these last few missions here on Monarch.
We need to push through and take.
We're gonna try to get that science weapon. We're gonna do the thing for Parvati. We're going to turn in that stuff for Sublight.
What's that smell?
The trick is not to breathe through your nose.
Wasn't it Sam that helped you not have stuff decrease? It's gonna take the drug for like critical damage and stuff. Where's that at? I know we have some. There it is. Ambidextrin. Okay. Really not that much of a buff. We have yet to really find a true sniper rifle.
Stay down. Missed.
I mean, this is like supposed to be the big combat section, but we can effectively let the MSI NPCs go out and handle it and our companions. It's another, again, it's kind of weird. This game's like, hey, you can't wait for fighting, but you don't do that much of it, and other stuff's just gonna handle it. Oh, there we go, they died. Oh my god, the sniper scope moves so slow. I guess that's the end of Vickers' run. He had a good one. First of all, let's shoot these guys in the crotch, because that's an achievement. And I wonder if all those BBs count towards the achievement. We'll check after this fight. I wonder if each individual BB counts. Let's loot the bodies of the dead before we move on here. MSI is now done. There were no winners by having a war game, and I just think that I know you were trying to make the decision hard, and I respect that and appreciate it, but at the same time, it pisses me off. Look at this. You really think that this was worth it? Zora seemed like such a good and able leader. You really think this was worth it, Zira? This planet that only has the leftovers, struggling to survive, struggling to make it. You fight a war? Never needed to buy this medical ad anyway. It's like all over these guys. How did that not hit? My god. Oh god, I'm shooting the MSI guy. Oh shit. Damn it. How bad did it go down? This is the only thing that makes the combat decision difficult, is when you're pissing off the different groups.
We're destined to die.
I wondered why it wasn't red.
That's the last of them.
Long guns +7, that's pretty good. I mean, the Iconoclast at this point must just hate our ass. Still at 92%. Again, how at 92% do you say, fuck you? I don't get it. Don't get it, game.
Huh? Incoming. Take cover.
Hey, Max is hurt!
I thought you didn't care about Max. Oh, Max is dead. It happens. Okay, we're taking quite a bit of damage here. Let's do health regen. Let's do... Yeah, sure, why not? Attack speed. Body attributes, seems fine. Holy shit, look at that thing. I don't think we have any acid weapons right now.
Gotta get down!
Oh my god, I wish you could run and reload. Holy cow. That was a big swing and a miss. Steve right. Swing and a miss. No, crits just, Jesus, that's... It's either do a shotgun, which deletes people, or try to do the headshots that we're doing and fight with the sensitivity on the long scope and really not do that much damage. I wanted to snipe. Thought it'd be a cool character build, but they've made it hard. Because it really doesn't work very well. Oh yeah, crotch shot. Oh, he held his dick. I gotta assume it must have worked a little bit. Oh, it's Graham. So Graham would have been dead no matter what. And what? Give module to Zora? Wait, whoa, 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 what? I want to see how AvaWeds is going to be. AvaWeds? What's AvaWeds? Workbench or weapons? Oh, Avowed. Avowed. Oh yeah, my bad. I'm sorry. I can be stupid sometimes. Which means quite often. Workbench or weapons? I'll workbench them when I want to, Maltroff! Ah, dang it. You had your playthrough, I'm having my playthrough. I didn't stand over your shoulders. Hey, Maltroff, what did Maltroff? Damn it, Maltroff, damn it. Well, I mean, I didn't stand over your shoulder, Maltroff. Hey, workbench your weapon, Maltroff. Try this, Maltroff. Damn it. I mean that too. I mean that, damn it, sincerely. Workbench your weapons! You guns should shoot nukes. Yes, we need to make this even more like Fallout. Oh, we did have one of them on us. To be honest, I'll probably do better than the sniper rifle it's doing for shit. This is what I find weird. See where the ship lands. Right. That doesn't tie in there. There was an optional still. To give it to Zora. Nothing is better than shooting nukes, so true. So true. Gotta experience it sometime. Okay, another strange thing though is there does not seem to be an Amber Heights anymore. So even though that is oddly an option, this whole thing is really weird, man. But you know what? It would have played out exactly the same. It would have played out exactly the same. There just wouldn't have been a Graham.
Heads up!
GL. I made it like Fallout 76, but launching the nuke in the BR was always a great sight, even if the game looks like it should be played on a 360. Yeah, it performs like it too, Jesus. That game actually performed better when it first came out. The nuclear winter mode. When I revisited it like 6 months ago, it played like absolute dog shit. It's like 15 FPS. The field of view was like stuck at 70. It just was not good in any capacity. It was basically a mess, and I was baffled because how does it get worse? It came out, it was like, it's serviceable. It's sort of an oddity, but it plays okay, and it's sort of weird and funny, and I could get behind it a little bit. It's different. And it could be fun. It could actually be really fun. Just for how strange it was. But coming back to it, and having it sort of squeak along and hardly function was classic Bethesda, I guess. I know that robot's in town. There it is. we talk, we're gonna get utterly annihilated. I knew it was gonna happen. I'm gonna try that one last time to just like run in there and see what happens. How far back am I now? It's an autosave right here. I'm gonna try that. Well, it's one of those games I always wanted to like, but I just couldn't get into. Do you like Elder Scrolls, Matroff? If the new Elder Scrolls game graphics look like Skyrim's or 76, I'm not getting it. Well, you're not gonna see the new Elder Scrolls game for long time. 2030? We'll be lucky if we see it before 2030. I'm not kidding you, that's my prediction. They got Starfield to come out yet, and there's been nothing about Starfield, and that's been a couple years. They were working on Starfield for years before they even announced it. Then you got the teaser trailer. That game comes before the next Elder Scrolls. There's zero gameplay on it, almost zero information on it. Yeah, I'm gonna guess 2029 is Elder Scrolls, so. Deathbed waiting for it? Right. It's gonna be a long time, and I am sincerely, I don't think it's a day one purchase. But, you know, it's kind of hard to predict what your life is like 7 years from now, so. But if it's Bethesda and they're making actually the most ambitious open world RPG ever, then okay. If it's Bethesda continuing to try to optimize the game to make as much money as possible so it has that mass market appeal, well, then I'm not really interested anymore. I want to see games in the genre be brought forward. I don't want to continue to see Bethesda figure out how to turn their games into McDonald's. I'm just gonna have to shoot her. We're just gonna have to shoot our way through this. It just works. Once I hear that, I'm out. Are you gonna give Starfield a thing? Elder Scrolls Season Pass? Yeah, I mean, it's just Skyrim, right? Skyrim's fun. Skyrim's really fun. It's probably the last great game they made. Well, Fallout 4. Fallout 4 came after. I thought Fallout 4 was really good as well. But then you get into 76, of course. And the writing was already on the wall that they were doing less ambitious, big, creative, bold ideas and more, hey, people like first-person shooters, people are on console. It's just, they're only one symptom of what's been happening to the industry as a whole. All for the sake of the almighty dollar. But that almighty dollar would never be being made like it's being made now if it wasn't for great games that drove the art forward to begin with. There wouldn't be an Elder Scrolls Skyrim if there wasn't 1 through 3 that crafted the entire foundation by taking huge risks and crafting bold ideas so that they could optimize it later on for maximum profit. And I don't blame them for doing that. Skyrim's still a good game, and it is, you do have to make money, but I don't know what the hell else you could cut, and I don't know how you could I don't understand how you could justify having people wait 20 plus years for the game to come out, and all it is another reduction. This little encounter right here is not... One, my heart's not totally in it, but two, it's also not been all that easy at all. Okay, Mr. Robot. Going for those crotch shots for that sick achievement. Let me check that achievement real quick. No, we'll keep going. Probably have to clear our food and drug addiction. Let's, no. Why am I not wearing my good armor? Fuck. Thought we'd already saved with all the good armor on. We need that drug that gives you, like, yeah, that. And we'll take food to get rid of that. Okay, and then can't save. We'll just have to be smart. You see that mountain? You can go to that mountain. You can buy that mountain for real. Price of a mountain. I'll put you in the quotes, Raphael, just a moment. Crotch shot. Buy a shotgun. I don't know what Starfield is. Starfield is a game that's going to precede the Elder Scrolls, and it's the first IP Bethesda's done in many a moon. And it's Todd Howard's passion project that he's always wanted to make. I know it's going to be their take on the Outer Worlds or a new version of Star Citizen. Yeah, all I know is they've been working on it for like 10 plus years. It's Todd Howard's dream project. They announced it at what is it, BethesdaCon or E3, something like that. Right before Fallout 76 came out, and the beta was going to come to Xbox first, and 16 times the detail, that infamous one. That's when Starfield got announced, and Starfield happens before, excuse me, Elder Scrolls 6. But there really isn't much people know beyond that. I mean, you're going to be able to go to multiple planets. It's going to be an open world game. It's going to be an RPG. It's going to be a classic Bethesda thing. But one of the big news articles around the time period was that both Elder Scrolls 6 and Starfield would be being made on the Creation engine. Of course, it's a little bit of a misnomer. I mean, engines change over time. It's how they work. They're not using the same engine they made Arena on, like the headline was suggesting. But 100%, a lot of their shit is starting to come across as antiquated. Fallout 76, literally you're doing the Skyrim thing to, do lockpicks, and it's like, okay, we've been playing the same game now for 15 years. It's time to come up with some new ideas. And multiplying it by 0. I can get Fallout 76 credit in the sense that the map was pretty fucking cool, actually. Damn it, man.
Come on!
They're upset. The map was cool, and like looking over the mountain ranges, the hills, because it's like the area I live in. I live in Appalachia. I live basically where that game was set. I'm not just a few minutes away from the West Virginia border. In fact, our football team played a team in West Virginia in Parkersburg. It's one of the towns that's literally across from the Silver Bridge. Maybe it's not Parkersburg, but I've literally been many times where Fallout 76 takes place. So it's like really surreal. And getting up on the hills like we have here in Appalachia and seeing weather patterns way, way off, which is something you can see here in this area, was pretty fucking cool. But of course, there was nothing else there to like help that along. More like a cool tech gimmick. But once you got beyond that, no, sneak skills I could have. If they were to make it look more realistic, I'd still be playing it, because even though like a detail, it was funnish for me, especially since I wanted to launch the nuke. Like, oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, it was funnish, right? But then there was just so much bullshit, countless bullshit bugs, pay to win, lies, glitches, just everything. So many things went terribly, terribly wrong. The game was, it wasn't half-baked, it wasn't unbaked, you didn't even have the ingredients hardly together yet. And I guess it's starting to get there, you know? I guess you can't call it a good game by any stretch of the imagination yet, but it's getting there. But about like Destiny, it's tough to go back to it just on principle. Though I do intend to at some point. I don't want to... They don't deserve it. I mean, the shit they did ended up being worse than Destiny, but I feel more burned by Destiny for some reason. 76, I imagine, could still be cool. But my god, they've got to inject some new life into that whole... They've just been sticking with the same methodology for too damn long at this point. I swear this game makes it easier when you die too many times, because like we're gonna get through it this time. But we didn't change it up any, we just kept our AR on, and somehow that's made everything work out just fine. What about going back to Morrowind? I will probably never return to Morrowind. Morrowind's one of those games, Maltroff, that I know was rough around the edges when I played it as a kid, and I still loved it regardless. And I never want the nostalgia to be ruined. I don't want that game to be ruined in my mind. I have extremely fond memories of it, and even though I have no doubt I would still enjoy it, and I think it would all come back, at the same time, it's one of those things I don't want to lose the rose-tinted glasses. I think it's almost better up there than what it would be to go back, because it'll never be the same as learning that game for the first time and experiencing it for the first time and the trial and error and that experience. And that experience to me is like a special memory, and I just would rather leave it where I left it. The storage was BS. I mean, yeah, that game was inventory management simulator. It's a survival game, and you're supposed to build things. And in every Fallout game ever, what do you have? Unlimited storage. That is a massive skeleton. Is that a giant? The scale of that thing is off, unless it's meant to be a giant. But and it gels the whole game together. You go out, you have adventures, you do some quests, some stories are told, some stories are remembered. And you come back and you got 500 pounds of goodies on you, and you throw it into different lockers, and you feel proud, and you keep some of it up as a trophy, and then you move on and you go to the next adventure. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a great gameplay loop. 76 has a box, and you have very, very little weight. I think it's like 250 pounds, something in that box, but you're also meant to carry all your junk in that box. And so you're constantly throwing things away or ignoring things or bypassing things. You play that game completely differently. And I know some people, like I was sleeping with a Scrat, adapt to it. And they're like, well, you just don't play it right. It's a survival game. I don't give a shit. It's obnoxious. It's busy work. It's tedious. What we need is unlimited junk storage. And hey, what do you know? One, they said that we'd have unlimited storage from the beginning, which never happened. And two, they introduced the Fallout First, where you get just exactly that. You get a private server, which they always promised us, and you get unlimited junk storage, which greatly would reduce that game's micromanagement features that bring it down to a sluggish halt, for me personally anyway. But it's $10 a month. It's way overpriced. It should be $5 a month at a minimum, at the most. I understand why they're doing it. They're doing mostly free DLC, but they've already got an Atom shop. And it probably doesn't make as much money as they'd hope because they've lost so much goodwill. They've got a vendor shop where they sell endless piles of trinkets and litter to fans who still think that there's some sort of irreverent symbol in the brand that they find, touches on an emotion with them or resonates with them. That's what I'm looking for. Resonates with them, even though the thing, ironically, it's everything that it's supposed to not be. The Vault Boy is about, like, your corporate overlords smiling and wanting your best interest, but really the middle finger's up and they're there to destroy you and yada, yada, yada. And yet Bethesda is becoming just that very same thing. And, we're not even scratching the surface is the thing. We're not even scratching the surface.
I see I've graduated from Vic to
There's so many broken promises and even outright lies. And I know Peter Hines hates being called a liar, and he's friends with people in the industry, and I feel like he probably didn't mean to be a liar. I think that he was probably screwed by forces even larger than himself. But it is what it is. Bobby pins weighed 100 times more than they actually do right. They did eventually fix that, thank God. But I guess someone had to send Todd Howard actually a bunch of bobby pins and say, hey, weigh this. Well, facts are if they mess up the next game, they're either going under or going to get bought out. I mean, they're already bought out. They're owned by ZeniMax. That's the parent corporation. So Bethesda's not going anywhere. ZeniMax makes a fucking ton of money. Bethesda's not going anywhere. And 76 maintains a player base. It maintains a player base. And I don't think that's a terrible thing. I think everybody deserves a second shot. Everybody deserves a story, a chance at redemption. It's just that game has a long way to plow to dig itself to a redemption story.
You're back. And in one piece.
We killed
Does this mean you?
everything
I mean,
and
we
everyone.
won?
We did indeed, sir.
Wasn't the best. Would have made the game better at the beginning. That's what I've heard too. I've heard it's pretty solid.
Well, maybe a little. You did it. I mean, we did it.
I've heard the battle pass is okay. I mean, I can't see myself ever playing that game without Fallout First. So I literally because of the inventory management thing, and I can't justify ever going back until I could actually afford Fallout First. And with the budget I'm on, I just don't see a return to Fallout 76 anytime soon, because I know I'm not going to play without that storage. And it's real tough to justify giving them $10 just so I can play the game that we already put, $85 into and was fucked at launch. And now we got to pay them for doing right by us. It's bullshit. Not that I'm really surprised, but well, maybe a little. You did it. I mean, we did it. I hope you to make the most of things for Monarch.
Oh, I certainly will. Between our reinstatement on the board and the gain of this ship, we'll usher in a new age of prosperity for the people of Monarch. And perhaps in time, I can use my position on the board to turn things around for the rest of Halcyon.
I'm not doing that inventory BS shit. What happened to you see it, you can take it? Well, you can take it, right? It's just that now you're going to go to an absolute crawl and you're going to have no place to put it, so you might as well go ahead and put it right back down. It just ruins the game. It throws everything that makes Fallout not work. It collapses the structure of the gameplay loop that's worked for so long. Like, I mean, change some things up, but you don't change the bedrock. You can't. It's the bedrock. And the bedrock of the Elder Scrolls Fallout games is exploration, storytelling, questing, looting, come back, warm your bones by the fire, look at all the goodies you've gotten, and then go out and do it again, and not have to sit there. You should have to fight your inventory when you're in the field. Granted, you shouldn't be able to take everything back with you, or you're going to have to, do it a lot more slowly. Or you get the encumbrance changes, that's usually in the skill tree, you can fast travel with encumbrance. But beyond that, there's zero reason that once you get back to your homestead, which they even have as a camp, that you should have to continue to sit there and have to micromanage. You never just feel like in that game you get to put your feet up and look at your wares and then go on with your business and play some more. And then, of course, there's a server migration. How many times you can set up a workshop and get some factories going, and then the server will boot you and it's all over with. Perhaps in time I can use my position. They certainly could use someone with your eye for detail. Sure, let me know how that goes.
I shall. Perhaps I'll write you a brief. Anyhow, thank you. And
At least
good
these
luck to
people
you.
had food,
What can I do for you?
You have gained bit cartridge 2000, MSI Saltuna Searer. Are things in Stellar Bay?
Quite well, actually. It's astounding how much our quality of life has improved without Graham's lunatics breathing down
Oh,
our
I wish we
necks.
could have built an alliance.
Our residents are reporting
I'm not
increased
super happy
productivity
with how
during
this
their
ended.
shifts and improved satisfaction in their leisure time. And since we're back in the board's good graces, we've got real growth prospects to look forward to.